So the Ampera's here on a show stand once more, but maybe we'll get a chance to check it out properly this time and actually have a little drive in it.
My name's Ian Allen.
Yeah.
I am launch manager for the Ampera in the UK.
Okay, how difficult's that been?
To be honest, it's a journey.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, it's one which is very exciting for us, and a learning curve. We learn something different every single day about the electric vehicle industry, whether that be through charging, whether that be through the national grid or whatever, or battery technology. We learn something new every day, so it's like no other project that I've ever worked on before at Vauxhall.
It's difficult to get to drive this car because I think it's gaining the most attention actually out of everything. Seriously, this is the car people want to see. The reason I think is that you've cracked it. You've given it a range extending engine with a battery.
Exactly. It's a unique vehicle. It's a revolutionary vehicle in many ways because it marries together the two types of propulsion technology. It marries together pure battery electric vehicle driving, but also the comfort of internal combustion engine driving. It's giving people the ability to drive on pure battery for up to 50 miles on a daily basis with zero CO2 tailpipe emissions, but also the lack of range anxiety is also marked because you can drive as far as you ever need to go in this vehicle without ever worrying about running out of charge.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's have a look around the vehicle. So we're selling this in as your main car? It's not even a second car?
No, we're positioning this as a first family vehicle. In that it is for the first electric vehicle for everyday family driving.
Okay, let's have a look inside.
Okay, and we open up, and as you can see, the fit and finish isn't exactly pure yet.
Yeah.
You can see, for instance, that we've got an Opel badge on there rather than a Griffin at the moment. But you can see a very premium finish, a nice comfortable finish here, some nice flush controls here, and two display screens to give you lots of information about the vehicle itself. So it tells you how much charge you've got left in the battery, it tells you where you're taking your energy from, and it also tells you how many miles to the gallon you're actually getting from the vehicle itself. Okay.
So are we able to plug the vehicle in as well as it having a range extending engine?
Yes, of course. Okay. It's a plug-in electric vehicle. Okay. And if I show you the flap, this is where it is. So this is where you plug it in. You plug it in, it will take trickle charge, so there's no fast or rapid charging for this, which could potentially damage the battery. This is only trickle charge because you don't need fast or rapid charging on this car.
So I live in North London, I drive into Soho every day. Yep. There's no reason why I would need to drive on petrol at any point?
None at all.
Doing that journey, if I'm doing a 5-mile commute in London,
None at all.
With charging points all over the place, I could be pure electric all the time.
You could.
And then when I need to take the car somewhere else?
If, for instance, whilst you're at work in Soho in London, somebody said to you, actually, you need to go and do some filming in Birmingham today, you just get in your car and you go. You don't have to worry.
He's cracked it. He's cracked it. This bloke has cracked it.
Thanks very much. Pure genius.
But the thing is, I love them. As you know, I love EVs. But I've got a G-Wiz. I also have a Mercedes estate because we need a car to do everything else. But this is the one vehicle that will do it all.
But it most definitely is right customer, right product.
Yeah.
Depending on how many miles you're doing a day, depending on whether it's your first car or, for instance, with you, your second car, for specific journeys. Whereas with this, it could be your only family car because of that flexibility.
Yeah. So let's look in the back.
Well, the first thing that you'll probably notice is that there are only 2 seats in the back.
Yeah.
The reason for that is that the battery sits right in the middle of the vehicle, which means that there's no room there for a third seat.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, what we didn't want to do was compromise any boot space by putting the battery in the boot.
Yeah.
So there's certainly room in the back comfortably to seat 2 adults.
Yeah, it looks pretty spacious. Can I climb in and have
of course you can.
Is that all right? Papers everywhere. But yeah, it's true. I mean, you sit in here and it feels like a proper, comfortable family car.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's nothing wrong with, if you've got 2 children, which most people have, separating them a little bit.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea in my experience, although they'll probably still find a way to get together and annoy each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of legroom.
Yep.
Proper sized car.
Yes, it is.
And what battery is it? Is it lithium ion?
It is lithium ion.
Okay.
It's a 16 kilowatt lithium ion battery.
Okay.
But although it's 16 kilowatts, we actually don't use the full capacity of the battery itself. Right. So we'll only ever charge it up to around about 80%, and we'll only ever deplete it around to about 25-30%. And the reason for that is to prolong the life of the battery.
Any potential cooling problems with the lithium-ion battery?
Not at all. It's liquid heated and liquid cooled.
Okay.
So the battery operates at premium rates all the time.
And potentially safety aspects of the vehicle, has it had a Euro NCAP rating and so on yet?
It has recently been confirmed with a 5-star Euro NCAP rating.
Okay, brilliant. Let's have a quick look in the boot and then I can leave you alone.
To be honest,
at the back, this car.
To be honest, Debbie will tell you, I can talk about this vehicle.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
So, as you can see, a very usable boot, around about 300 litres of boot space, and the back seats fold down to give you around about 1,000 litres. So, more than enough for shopping, luggage, or whatever.
Is there any underfloor here storage? Or?
No, there's no under storage under there. That's where we keep the electric charging cable and things like the tyre repair kit.
To start the car then, all you need to do is put your foot on the brake and press the power button.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see the dashboard is now coming up.
Yeah.
On the dashboard on the left you can see we have 4 miles left of charge because we've used the charge today. And on the middle screen here you can see the battery and the small charge it has left. And as we're driving you'll be able to see where the power goes and then the brake regeneration coming back into the battery. If the engine was to start, it would show you the engine starting as well.
Okay.
On the main screen, between the steering wheel, you've got that little green ball. If you accelerate too fast, it will turn red to tell you you're using too much energy.
Yeah.
If you brake too aggressively, it will go red to tell you that you're not braking sufficiently to regenerate energy.
Okay. So in any normal electric car, I drive a G-Wiz, so I'm used to range anxiety.
Yeah, well, exactly, and it's a worry if you've got
Are you all right there, or shall I move forward a bit?
He's all right there.
Okay, good. In any normal car, when you see 4 miles, the alarm bells ring, yeah? But in this car, I've also noticed that, of course, on the petrol tank, you've got a little petrol sign above it which says 172 miles. So there's my reserve.
Yep, and then combined you've got 176.
Great.
And if you had a full charge and a full tank, which we've got half in a little bit, it would tell you about 300 miles. Okay,
great. So power flow, charging and energy info, in the kind of way that a hybrid might show you where the energy is coming from.
Yeah.
Does this car use regenerative braking?
It does indeed.
Okay,
so
great.
All that does is turn the motor into an alternator.
Okay, so sling it back into drive?
Just pull it back into L. Because we'll be doing low speed, in L, it maximises the brake regeneration.
Okay, fine.
And then just...
Yeah, okay, good.
Just come off the brake. There's an electric handbrake, but it's off.
Okay.
And we'll just check to your left. I think you're okay. And then we'll drive off now. We'll get in front of this mirror.
Okay, so we're on pure electric now.
Pure electric. You'll be driving on pure electric unless there's no battery left.
So always, one thing, when you let your foot off as well, often in EVs, the regenerative will be working and slowing you down quite quickly. Actually, it doesn't feel like that. The car still kind of coasts as well.
If we pop it into drive now, now it's going to do even less. Because in low speed, that's what it really tries to do. So now you'll see it coasts like a normal car.
Yeah, it's coasting.
Although it is actually still regenerating energy, it's coasting like a normal automatic. It's not really dragging the car down.
And there's power.
Right, we're into the bits on the right, please.
Into there, okay, that's great.
Stop here, stop.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Good brakes. So, yeah, feels like it's probably going to be the future. We'll just put that back into park now, yeah?
Back into park.
Okay.
You want to switch the engine off. Pull this for the handbrake. And then put this to switch off. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot. This charge, 0.3 of a gallon used, 1.3 miles on the range. What's that?
That's the combined miles per gallon with the electricity.
Okay, and you've been getting in its lifetime 54.1 miles per gallon?
That's on the engine, yeah.
Brilliant.
So that's on the little petrol engine.
Great, very nice, thank you very much.
No worries.